So, Jerry, re-signed Harvey Wiles-Richards. Excited about that?
Yeah, I think it's a great one for the football club. Obviously, I know Harvey well, he knows me, but he also knows the football club really well. Obviously, there's a connection there with family, with Joe Raines being his cousin, and Harvey's mum and dad are regulars at Twerton Park and his family, so really popular one within the stands, that's for sure, but popular for me and for my staff and players as well, because you're not signing just a really good character, but you're signing a very, very good goalkeeper who has been performing at high level and training regularly with first team at Bristol City and having a really good end of the season at Weymouth last year as well.
The fact that you do already know him, does that mean you still did the usual sit-down coffee routine?
Yeah, we've spoke on the phone. I didn't meet up with him and have a coffee. We spoke a lot last season anyway, and he's someone obviously I know inside out. You do your due diligence back at Bristol City again. Obviously I spoke to Pat Mountain, the first team goalkeeping coach who I know well, obviously Brian Tinian. But yeah, and Dean Gherkin, who we had last year, has worked with him throughout last season as well. So no, he's a goalkeeper that fits the bill for us, the profile I really enjoy in a goalkeeper. He's really bright when the ball goes into his hands. He's on the move. I love goalkeepers that are on the move when they pick it up, so they often spring the attacks. His distribution off his right foot and left foot's improved massively, and he's very, very adept at that. Kicks it a country mile, which is a weapon. And he's a good footballer. He's a real confident boy. I think back to the time when he made his debut down at Horsham in the FA Trophy of 16 years of age. I remember speaking to his dad on the morning and saying, should I speak to Harvey? Should I let him know he's travelling anyway? Should I let him know he's starting? And he said, yeah, he'll just take it in his stride, and he did. I remember he got on the coach here. I remember meeting in Bristol, and I went to the back just to check he was all right. He had his feet up on the tables. Morning, gaffer. So no, he's a great personality, honestly, and we're really pleased to get over the line.
How much does it help that he's not just been sitting at Bristol City and not doing a lot? He's been playing as well. He had a good spell at Weymouth at the end of last season, for example. Yeah,
no, that's important. The detail and the coaching we've had at Bristol City would have been invaluable over the last couple of years. Remember, he's only 22 years of age as well, so when we do these sort of deals, we see him as an asset as well to the football club. So Harvey wants to move on and progress, and I've said this, how many times have I said this to you, the amount of players that we sign that we've got no problem whatsoever, they want to try and progress and use us as a stepping stone. So yeah, the fact he went out and played National League South to a very high level at Weymouth last year was invaluable for him as well. So yeah, we got a player here that's not ring rusty. I know he's a really fit lad anyway. He's been out doing lots of work. He's best mates with Ewan Clark as well, so that little boy band there is quite a nice thing to have. So yeah, he comes into our community, into our football club, and is well known to everyone. That's massive. As I said, the more we talk about it, the more interviews we do about character, trying to fit into the group is so important, and Harvey will be a vital pivot in that as well.
You said you have a spreadsheet of players, of targets over the summer as a goalkeeper. I presume you must have been quite high up on that list.
No, definitely, yeah. Obviously, there's natural ones in like Will Boos and Jose Casagrande we had last year. So yeah, there's natural ones, go-tos if you like. But once we knew Harvey had been released, of course he has to have a little look around, get on really well with his agent Matt Murray, who I knew from my Wolves days, and Aaron Davis, two great lads, really good agents. We work with them quite a bit. Not that we have that many players, but I talk to them because they do things properly. And obviously he's exercised his right to go and have a look what's around there. A lot of people will be saying, and a lot of people at Bristol thought he may get an EFL club or National League, and probably did deserve that. He probably was looking at it and thought he could go, and he probably could have. I know of one club in the FL was thinking about taking him as a number 2, but where Harvey is, he talked it through with the two lads, spoke it through with me as well, and thought playing games is the best option for him. And to come into a club that will be hopefully performing at a high level, recognisable now with, as I said, players moving on to EFL as well, playing in front of his home crowd, having still to live at home, which is great. That all helps. So yeah, like I say, we're getting a ready-made goalkeeper.
Yeah, you're getting one goalkeeper. Sometimes you've had a backup, sometimes you haven't. Have you got any ideas of whether you might bring in another?
We've got a couple coming in over pre-season, Mark. The budget's ever evolving as we're speaking now. We've got some deals that we're trying to do for players. It'll just work out. Generally, over the years, we've only taken loan goalkeeper. It was only Ryan Clark where we took a permanent one. So obviously by taking a number 1 goalkeeper on a permanent one, it does affect the budget. So we'll have to have a little look at that. But we've got no problem whatsoever if we don't take in a number 2. If we can, it'd be ideal. But we've always got training goalkeepers we use as well. But we'll have a look, see how that goes over the pre-season. We'll be using 2 or 3 because Harvey can't come in and play 90 minutes. We don't want that. It's like any outfield player, they'll all get equal minutes. And we'll see where we are at the end of pre-season.
So final one, that's 3 players brought in, a couple have gone as well. How happy have you been in terms of recruitment this summer? Really happy,
really happy. I think it's important that we kept that group together. As I said, it was fine-tuning, tweaking, but the people we were going to bring in was really, we had to highlight the right ones. As I said, I'm really, really happy with these 3 at the moment. It improves our squad, I believe, and hopefully there'll be a couple more as well. Like I said, we got a couple of offers out on a couple more players. And if we can get those 2 over the line, there won't be too much more business. We'll be right up on our budget, but we'll have a really good squad as well. Of course, the loan market will come into play like we do in most years. Already highlighted a couple at Bristol City and spoke to Brian about that. So we'll see how that goes in pre-season because that can change for those players when they're training with Bristol City first team. But yeah, as it stands at this present moment in time, if we kicked off tomorrow, we'd have a really good starting 11. And I think that's good at this stage of the season with a couple more hopefully to come in.
Sounds very encouraging. Thanks for chatting to us, Jerry.
Cheers. Thanks, Mark.